Welcome to episode 1 of Creator Cast. We're going to cast our net far and wide. We've got 3 other lovely creators in the house. We've got Jay Boston in Melbourne. We've got Danny Black up in Queensland, and we've got Scott Muir in Melbourne. Did I say that right, Muir?
You did, mate. You're one of the very few that gets that right. But yeah, that is Muir.
Yes. Why don't we go around the circuit and introduce each other? I'll go first because I'm here first right now. My name's Benon. My channel's Gives a Minute, and I make vlogs loosely based around photography. Danny Black.
I'm Danny Black. I'm from the States, living in Australia, and my channel is called Where's Danny Black? It's about the life of a musician and where it takes me, but you don't see any parts of me playing music. It's just everywhere in between. Next.
Who's
Scott.
next?
My name is Scott. I am born and raised in Melbourne, and I film abandoned locations and historical sites around, and just travel vlogs. Over to you, Jay.
And I'm Jay Boston. I've been doing the YouTube thing for about 2 years now. I also do abandoned buildings. I've done about 130 of them now, and I like technology, gadgets, and electric skateboards.
Very nice. I'm sure you've all seen each of these boys before on the YouTube machine. If not, you should check out their channel descriptions in the link below. We were all in the same room in Melbourne for VidCon just recently over the weekend. It was a beautiful experience, just being able to have people together and talking about things. That's where this very idea of Creator Cast came from. Got to give props to Scott for coming up with the name. We sat there brainstorming and none of us could get anything, and Scott just came out with what about Creator Cast? Nailed it.
Well, it took 2 pints. It took 2 pints, but we got there.
The best idea.
Yeah, alcohol's a good thing.
Yeah. Hey, I'd be having a beer right now if it was the weekend. I try not to drink in the week. Your experience may differ.
Yeah,
I've already had my drinks.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you.
Yeah, it really looks like water, Danny.
If you weren't at VidCon in Melbourne, if you didn't get the privilege to go there and you'd never been to a VidCon, how about we talk to you guys about what we thought was either lacking or what was hitting the mark at VidCon? That's we've got 4 of us here to discuss that. We're all there at the same place. How about we go around the circle? We'll go with Danny first. You're up first. What was your thoughts?
I wasn't a fan. I thought that it was too broad of too many random people coming together. It was nice meeting up with you guys, and we kind of do the same type of thing. And I wish that there was a way to network to more of those people. So seeing everybody handing out business cards, and you have no idea if they're really going to check your channel and that they even care, because it's not like a makeup person's handing me their card. Why would I need to go to their channel? I'd give them a sub just to be nice, but
maybe
I'm not going to watch any of their
videos.
Yeah, they want to see you in some lipstick, I think.
That's what I thought. I don't know, Jay, what did you think?
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to think, and then I got into that massive conference area, not where people were doing all the speaking, but it was just where they'd set up playground equipment, and that they were doing SIG signing, and it was just a little weird. There was so much space that wasn't being used, and there were lots and lots of people. I think the younger demographic that weren't there as a creator, I think they were just a little bit disappointed at what was on for offer. But from upstairs, having to create a little retreat or whatever they called it, was pretty good. Just having a place that we could go and chill and talk to people if we wanted to. But and the topics, they seemed quite generic. So yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, yeah, we've all come together because of this, or because of VidCon this way, and that's not something obviously that they had. But I think the worst thing about it was the keynote. That keynote was terrible.
I got to agree with that. Yeah, that was pretty horrendous.
Yeah, and we only stayed for I think 15 minutes. But apart from that, I enjoyed talking to people and hearing very similar issues and people that were all in it for the right reasons. It was quite cool. Scotty?
Yeah. I'm not gonna give them the benefit of the doubt being the first year that it's been shipped to Australia. But if we didn't have the Creator Pass, I would have probably been pretty pissed for the price that you pay for the ticket. I mean, as you saw when we first walked in, it was a bunch of 14-year-olds, and I'm just thinking like, where are they getting this money from? But I mean, like as Jay said, like the area was so big for for what they had there. It was basically one room downstairs that was just for like the teenagers, and then the rest was for the creators upstairs. But they've definitely got a lot to work on for next year's VidCon, put it that way. But again, I did have a lot of fun and great meeting a lot of people that I wouldn't meet if it wasn't for VidCon. And as this guy said, this wouldn't be happening right now if it wasn't for VidCon. Yeah. But a lot of the talks and stuff like that, I mean, they weren't that as broad as what I thought they would be. I think, Danny, you said it to me on the day that they should sort of separate some of the talks into like travel vlogs, like what you do. And maybe some stuff like that, and have different YouTubers who do that stuff for a living, telling their side of what they do. So, that side I thought was a little bit disappointing, but at the same time, I did still learn quite a bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think like being able to put them into travel vlogs, normal vlogs, daily vlogs, makeup, all that kind of stuff, people would have got a lot more out of it if that was what they were doing, or if they were interested in it too. I think even people that are interested in becoming YouTubers would have been good for them to have like a little learner tag on or something like that, or a trainee tag, so you knew where they were up to.
Or even like,
might have been nice, and you can just skip.
Even if like they had like 1,000 to 5,000 subscribers, like here's a seminar for you to get you to the next level, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like you had people there with like 60 subscribers, and then people with like 60,000, and like it's just not. It doesn't tie into you can't do it for everybody.
And it's not like they didn't have the space to do that. Like there was 6 rooms upstairs. That one was humongous with about 10 people in it. The other one was packed with about 50 people in it. It's like,
and you know what?
There's a lot.
You guys all have good vlogs. I think that we could link below all the vlogs that we've all created for VidCon, so you can watch our perspectives of it and see some.
Yeah, sure.
Videos,
Put those down the bottom.
And,
I felt like it's. And I said this in my vlog, everyone gets something different from these events, from VidCon. Sure, probably the bigger ticket sales were to the kids to meet the celebrities, and that's fine. But that's not what I was interested in. I was interested in going there and finding out how to further the business of YouTube. And that's not what everyone's going to be there for. But in terms of creating content, we like Danny just said, we have so many different levels of where we're at, and I don't think that VidCon caters for anyone in particular, but it's trying to cast its net over the entire thing. And I just think it gave us some good things, but it also sort of wasted a lot of time doing that. I'd also like to think why no one really from YouTube is involved. I mean, this is a separate entity from YouTube. It's heavily endorsed by YouTube, but why didn't we have someone from YouTube coming out on stage and saying, I represent the brand YouTube, and we just want to say Australian YouTube is kicking ass, and this is the reason why. These are the great content creators that we're really loving. This is what we think you can do to make your content better. Instead, we got a bunch of to be. Sorry, go Scott.
Yeah. They didn't do a lot to promote the smaller guys. Like if we go back and watch your vlog from today, talking about Daryl Reeves. I didn't even know he was there, like you were, and I would have really liked to have seen that talk and had no idea he was there. And
Daryl Reeves sorry, I'll just jump in with that. He has such a good grasp on what needs to be done as a channel to grow, and I only really went to VidCon to potentially see him because I saw on his channel that he was going to be there. And then I looked through the app and I couldn't see his name anywhere.
I didn't see it anywhere.
I couldn't find the guy. And it turns out maybe it was in the industry track, and obviously we were creators, but to be completely honest, what his content is helps creators as well as industry. I just feel like they missed a mark there. And
I mean, I would have rather...
sorry, mate.
Sorry, go, Jay.
I think the best talk that was there, and I think we all agree, was that one, or those that saw it, was the hack one. How to hack YouTube, basically.
Yeah, Michael, his name wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was really good. He really gave us a raw, honest opinion about how to create good content, how long it should go for, how often you should upload, and all the metrics of what goes into making a successful channel. I think that was my favourite one, and I got the most out of that too. Like, what were your favourite talks?
Danny, how about you?
The ones where I went down and had a big pint, big. I don't even think it was a pint, whatever they call that thing that was about that big. Those talks after that was pretty good. But remember, so for me, I missed my flight, and I had to go out a lot later. I didn't make
you
it
got delayed.
I missed a bunch of stuff. No, I just screwed up. I just slept in, and that was a fun day for me. But
just touching back on that, the keynote at the end of the day one, I thought, Jay, you mentioned before how terrible that was. It was such an unusual keynote to have. I just refer back to keynotes I've watched with Apple presentations and whatnot. You have like the CEO of Apple comes out and really discusses what's gone on in the last.
Motivates and inspires, and
and they bring out people to sort of talk about products. And it's different for YouTube, different for VidCon. But that woman that they brought out that was flogging LinkedIn, like that was just really, really random. To start with, I didn't know you could even make videos on LinkedIn. And why would video creators on YouTube want to go across to LinkedIn and create videos? It's like it's very confusing. And not how I felt about that, but it turned me off the whole keynote.
Like they had that entire main stage set up for the creators upstairs. That it would have been perfect for Daryl to go up there and give an hour talk. It would have been absolutely perfect. So I think they really lost an opportunity there.
I think maybe that'd be cool if sometime in the future of these creator casts, if we can get Daryl on the show.
I was just about to say that.
You were just, I'm sorry, I stole your thought.
Benon's got his email address, so we'll find out what Benon can do for us.
Yeah.
Lovely man and lovely wife, and they really were loving Australia. It's they're really genuine people. Really, I reckon
where's
that
he
could
from?
be a I'm not so sure. It's some part
He's
of
American.
Yeah,
American.
He's first time in Australia, so yeah. He was one of the first guys I watched on YouTube when I started deciding that I wanted to create a channel. So yeah, I watched probably 30, 40 of his videos because he has so much content about creating content, getting likes, getting subscribers and stuff like that. And that's the sort of stuff I thought I wanted to sort of get out of VidCon. We all come from different places in YouTube. I've got like 600 subs and goes up to almost 12,000. So we're not humongous between us, but it's good. It's still good to learn this stuff.
Hey, Danny, are you still there? You look frozen to me. Is anyone else having that with Danny?
Oh yeah, Danny.
What? I thought I was falling asleep there. No, what? Am I frozen?
Look like you're having a stroke, man. What's going on?
So you are there. Your video's not working.
Let's just take a to just talk to our audience too, because whilst we're talking amongst ourselves here, we are talking to anyone that may be watching. And as this is our first ever cast, just a little technical heads up. Jay Boston in Melbourne is on a ADSL connection, so his Skype quality and his audio might be a little bit lower. I'm not sure of Scott. Danny, you've got a good connection, and I've got an NBN connection. Yeah, so Danny and I and Scott, you look a little pixelated, but that might just be the light quality.
I'm in the same boat as Jay there.
Oh, really? Okay, so you're both on ADSL too.
I've got to work out my camera angles. Yeah. I'm sitting on a couch in front of a TV with crap light in a very dark room. So
that's how it starts. That's how it starts.
Yeah. The best thing about that is that you are moving soon, Jay, to a house with NBN, so that's not going to last for much longer. So yes,
give me a couple of bucks
just letting the audience know. Yeah.
Yes,
well,
all right.
Sorry, guys.
No,
I think that's the main thing is that we're here for the people. We want people to know, like, we're assuming that our audience is people that are creators. They're looking to make something, and we want to be able to motivate them. And if we're pixelated, sometimes we freeze a little bit. That's my really terrible.
All right. Well, I got one little question.
That worked really well.
To end this particular video. If you were going to change something about VidCon, what would you change? So maybe start with Benon, if you've got something there.
I would definitely have some YouTube presence. I would have someone from YouTube there to welcome, and someone to say thank you for being on our platform. And I would also have them throughout the course of the weekend interacting with people and saying and have a very visual presence that person there represents the platform that you submit your videos to. It's a very small, very simple thing to do, but I think that's pretty important.
Mm-hmm. Danny?
If there was more of a professional way to network and not the cheesy hand your card and all that stuff, if there was a better way to connect the people, that do the similar stuff, that's what would have been better for me and what I think they could do in the future. And that's easy. It's not hard to do. But go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, look, I just think it's I don't know if it's going to be in Melbourne again next year, but I know they were talking about it coming, obviously being here again. But I think it's just up to you utilizing the space they have. Like, I mean, there's so much room for improvement. But yeah, I still had a really good time. But yeah, we sound like we're knocking it a bit. But yeah, I think they just got to utilize the space they have.
I think if everybody that was there this year, in terms of our people right here, are going to go back again next year, at least they made the right thing. That they did the right thing to get us to come back. But I would like to see some changes made. And I think if this video can help sort of inspire change, then that's awesome as well.
Yeah, and for me, I think VidCon being VidCon, they're not associated really to YouTube. I think why not get some people that have had some negative experiences on YouTube too, to see and understand what they've gone through. Like anyone that's had like a heap of abuse, or anyone that's been flagged for inappropriate content, like Benno was last night.
Absolutely.
That kind of stuff's pretty interesting, and I think
What?
hearing what happened and why.
Yeah,
right.
maybe that could be a discussion for the next episode. But
Yeah,
I
we
did
could do
get
that.
I got my
let's
first
talk
flag
about
on YouTube.
Let's talk about the next
Yeah.
episode, because I think we're running out of time for this episode.
Yeah, we're on
think
about 22 minutes at the moment.
Yeah, we were looking to make these around 15 minutes to 20 minutes. But if
it's only because we remember you started over again after your thing.
That's right.
And I stopped
True.
recording and recorded again. So it's
as we move with this, it will sort of flow better, and we'll have more of a succinct mission statement. But at the moment, we're learning. You guys are watching us learn. So this is how we want to do it. We want to show you that we're learning, and we want to learn with you guys and have you guys learn alongside of us. But for tonight and for right now, what do you boys think? We cast that net back in. We reel it back in.
I think.
We put it back on the boat.
In, but I think let's throw a couple out to the audience too, and just say, if you got any questions, comments, or anything like that, put it down below. We will respond to you. Look out for our names in the comments.
Absolutely.
We'll probably comment back as ourselves, not as Creator Cast for now.
That's very
Would
true.
that be right?
Yeah. Yep, very true. You'll see Creator Cast possibly won't really answer any comments, but you'll see Danny Black, you'll see YouTube, you'll see Jay Boston, and you'll see Gives a Minute replying to comments, and that's Creator Cast.
That's us.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
All right.
We're just.
Sorry, Scott.
I just want like eventually we will be having guests and stuff on like that. So if you have anyone in mind that you would like to see us talk to, so that'd be good as well. So we're just four guys sitting here talking. So.
Dude, I love your accent,
a really
Scott.
good one. I think a really good one would be partners, and then whoever Bennon can get along with, maybe one of his mates, to see how it's impacted your relationship being on YouTube too. I think that might be a cool one to do later.
Absolutely, that would be so cool. And I've got a story to tell about that, but I'm no partner, but I've got a story to add to that when we do this. This is a great idea, Jay. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Keep those ideas coming. Yeah.
We'll keep them flowing. Yep.
Well, seeing as though I opened this one, we're going to swap moderators each week, but I opened this one. So how about I close it by bringing that net back in, chucking it on the boat, grabbing a bottle of rum, and kicking back, watching the horizon wobble with the waves. See you later.
All right, and one more thing.
Bye, guys.
Maybe the person that hosts the last one can nominate the next person.
All right.
Yes.
Jay,
is that
good idea. You're up.
Jay, is this part of the video, or is this like something afterward?
You can do
This
that.
is it.
All right. Yeah, good. All right.
It's gonna. And it only ends when the moderator says it ends, and the moderator is
Jeez,
saying,
Danny, your hair looks as bad as mine.
End screen.
Go on, take the hat off, Scott.
All right, we'll end it now.
See, Danny, he does need those beauty tips. There are those beauty bloggers
He said
right
it.
now.
He said it ends now. All right, done.
See you, boys. Next time.
There you go.